Well, we are out here chopping corn. Oh, try not to drive any corn over. I got an empty wagon. Dad's filling this one here. We're running our Myers today. We are, it's just me running. We were opening up some small, or chopping some small little corners and triangles off so that when our other guy shows up, we can run the big wagons and just have nice straight rows to go down. So Dad's just cutting up through the middle of this chunk right here. This was already opened up, and we chopped on this with the big wagons for, I don't know, a couple hours the one day. But we are going, I'd like to have had more footage because we're over halfway down with corn. I'd like to have got some more footage during corn. I got those shorts, if you've seen them, short videos on there, just the chopper or whatever. But hopefully today we get a little bit of footage. So we're actually done really opening up. We can run the big wagons on everything we got left now. So I think the guy that helps us, he'll probably show in a little while. We told him we weren't sure how things were gonna go this morning. Well, it's this afternoon now. It's almost 1 o'clock. So we are just gonna run with these until he shows up, or just the rest of the day. But we're hoping to be, hopefully, done by Saturday. Today is Thursday. So we only have, well, we got some of it, most of this field left. And then just a, I don't know, 20, 30 acre chunk right up over there on the other side of those trees. So what do we got left here? We got probably, well, this is about a 50 acre field. So I'd say there's probably 40 acres left, 35, 40 acres. So we're all in all, like, I'd say around 60 acres, 60, 65 we got left to chop. Which when we get running with them big wagons, and, you know, 6 rows now, used to be 3. Well, it's been 2 years since it's been 3 row. And if we get chopping with big wagons and we're right by, there's the barn, the bagger's across the road. So right next to the bagger, 2 wagons, we could clear this off easy in a day. You know, not a long day, but 6 hours probably, 5, 6 hours. Doesn't work too bad. He can fill them pretty good now that we have the roofs off, towing. So we didn't have the roofs off last year. Last year was the first year we had this chopper. We came from a New Holland FP 240. So, well, we didn't have the roofs off, so we could chop into them with this because it has a flat spout, but you couldn't fill them very good. Well, the front half of the wagon was full and the back was just kind of half full. So we are going to switch wagons, I imagine, pretty quick here. Yep. Alrighty, I'll get back to you at the back. I'm back sooner than expected. I figure I'll show you hooking up. So we got quick hitches on these wagons. There we go. So now we got our full load here. The one Dad was just chopping on. So those quick hitches, for anybody that if you're a farmer watching and you know you got, like, we had our 240 and never had those hitches, and you know, I'll just drop in with a rope on them, good enough. These things are sweet. Dad has said, because Dad's been running pull types his whole life for 40 years, and he said he wishes he got these things a long time ago, the quick hitches. So no in and out, you know, like I would have to unhook my wagon, back up to the full wagon, then get out and hook up the chopper and hook up myself. then leave, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's handy when you can just back up and get out of there. Back up, hook up, get out of there without having to get out. So, saves probably not a whole lot of time. It's just nice. I don't know. It's just nice. It's handy. There's no real way to put that, I guess, without making it sound like I just don't want to get out. But you back up, hook up, and leave. Whoop. So yeah, we already chopped, like there's an odd little piece. It's just a little corner, you know, just because the pond's there and it's fenced off. So we just got this little corner here. Then, actually no, up there is still standing. We just cut around that. There's a little triangle that's the other side of a big ditch over there. So it's kind of like its own field in the corner of this field. But there's a little triangle back behind that separate little chunk that there's just, I don't know, there was only like 4 of these 18-footers back in there. So that's pretty much my haul. There's Dad chopping out there. And I just go up the road. We are bagging right next to this bag. You can see the Ford there in the bagger. So yeah, even with one person, you know, I'm sure when I'm not filming or whatever, I can keep right up with this, with the chopper. There's how much we done today. This is a 10 by 250 we're filling right now. We had a 10 by 300 on the bagger last bag, but we had some odd spaces across the road we wanted bagged, but they weren't long. So like we did like 2 150s essentially. We cut it off and did a couple 150 just to fill in odd space and whatever. Sorry for the dirty window. I should have opened it. But hook this thing up. Got the Genesis on here. We had some cooling issues with the 105, so I'm around the 140 now. Empty bag of preservative in here. Shoot for 540. Got up. Automatic control, pressure. It's pretty low right now. Well, I measured last load and the stretch is good, so lowers the conveyor. That's a little better. Fire it up. Kind of a two-handed job there, done one-handed. Gonna set you down. Well, there you go. And for those who are curious if they want quick hitches and are wondering about the PTO, this little thing, you kick it forward and then you turn your bar there to the side and your PTO can run. And then you just flip it back to the middle when you're done. And you can, oh, gotta turn the wagon on. So that just makes it, that was one thing I was worried about with the quick hitches. Not being able to hook the PTO up easy, but it's no problem. So. Gotta pull ahead a little bit. That's pretty good. I gotta throw some preservative on there though. Forgot to do that. Rookie mistake. Already time to pull ahead. Let's see. That's a decent angle right there. We got the fender in the corner, but so yeah, we are running a 9x250, 10x250, sorry. We had a 9-foot bagger. We got this 10-footer a few years back now. It's a 6170 ag bagger. Running Meyer. These two are Meyer's wagons, and we got two H&S that are on chassis. Well, there's one right there. Let me spin around. So there's our one of our H&S. That's a 22-footer with a conveyor, cross conveyor. That's a nice wagon. 22-foot, where we've always run 16 and 18-footers, and you get a 22-footer and feels like you're pulling a ship back there. But it's awesome. You can fit a lot of corn in that sucker with the extensions and the 4th beater, front and rear unload, which we don't rear unload anything. And then you can kind of see the front. Do it through outside. You can see the front of the other H&S over there. That's only a 20-footer, and that has twin augers, which I really like them twin augers. I didn't think I was gonna, but for corn anyway, they work good. Haven't tried it in hay. One of our 970s, last one left here. We bought 4 of them brand new when 970s were brand new, so 100 years ago. And another Gale, that's I can't think of the model off the top of my head. So both them two Gales are only 16 footers. So that one to the right there, it's pretty much, it's an H&S with Gale paint on it, is all it is. Which I like the H&S setup. Now that Gale, we're actually trying to get rid of it right now because it's got a roof. We don't have a whole lot of use for it. And the newer Gale, we didn't use it a whole lot. And it wasn't used much before us. It still had all the paint on the chains. It's a nice wagon for someone who's still using a pull type. You know, it'd be a real nice wagon. But we just kind of outgrew it since we got the self-propelled chopper. But always used an ag bagger though, right from the get-go. We had, our last bagger was a, I don't know the model, but it was just a 9-footer, 1 tunnel. This we have a 9 and 10-foot tunnel. We always run the 10. But that 9-footer we had for about 30 years. I think we bought it in 1990. We just got rid of it probably 2020. So 30 years exactly, I guess. Did a lot of feed with it, and right the first 10 years or so that my grandpa and dad had it, they did custom bagging too. So they did all of our feed and then went around town and did a lot of other feed. So good way to use it, but nobody really, you know, we've never tried doing custom work with this bagger, but there's nobody around. Everyone, the only couple of farms that are left around here have their own bagger, or they do baleage or whatever. They don't. The service isn't needed, I guess is how I should put that. So, as you can see, you can unload one of these wagons pretty quick. So, well, I am going to finish up this load and hopefully get a little bit more footage of that chopper running.